What's up, everybody? Sam Smyers here. Today, I want to show you how to make the lead to Something to Hold On To by David Guetta and MORTEN. Now, this lead sound was probably a vocal sample, but I wanted to see if I could try to synthesize something using Serum, using some of the wavetables and also some of the Formant filters that are going to give it more of like that vocal sound. And I think I achieved something pretty close. Now, before we get started today, if you would like to check out any of my Serum preset packs, head on over to store.samsmyers.com. So this is the lead sound I'm going to make today. And I also remade the bass for this little example. And that bass comes from this preset called Bass Free, and this was inspired by a song by Vintage Culture and Fancy Ink. And this is a preset you can find in my Tech House preset pack, the Volume 1 edition for Serum. Let me show you the MIDI. So almost sounds like a vocal sample with like a lot of effects, and that's probably what they used. They probably just took the lead vocal and then chopped it up and created like a little lead out of that lead vocal. But I wanted to experiment with Serum. I think it came pretty close to getting it to sound like the original. Let me show you how to begin creating this. I'm going to put the voicing into mono because it's a lead sound. We're going to go to this oscillator A. If you go into all of your wavetables that come with Serum, you have this one section called Vowel. And these ones sound like little vocal sounds. This one sounds like a yeah. See, I'm just playing that on my keyboard. It sounds almost like I sampled a vocal. Also, if you do something like assign this LFO1 to the wavetail position, set the envelope to like 1/4, set this to that shape, and then just hold down a key. Then it almost sounds like it's saying yeah, and that's why it's labeled yeah. So I'm going to take that off because we don't need that. But I'm going to use the Duda choir. So Steve Duda, he's the guy that created Serum. So I assume he did, I don't know what he based this off of, maybe some kind of choir. He put this wavetable together using maybe like an original choir sample. But this is the sample that I'm going to use. Sounds kind of like that. I'm going to adjust the wavetable position though, raising this up to about 220. And then I'm going to raise up this unison to 8 and lower this detune. And let's raise up that level. And I'm going to add some noise. I like to use the noises in the analog section. So I like the bright white noise. Let's go and just add on the bright white noise. Give us more of that breathiness, more of that air sound. I don't think I need to adjust anything on the envelope 1. Maybe I could shorten this release because it's more of like a stabby sound. Then I'm going to add on the oscillator B. And for oscillator B, I just raise up this unison to 8, lowering this detune, lower this level. And by itself, it's just like some saw waves. But I want to get some extra octaves of that saw wave. And what you can do is you can go to your global section, go to this stack and raise this up. So click and raise this up. And so 12 one times. And so every second voice of unison is going to be raised up an octave. So now if we listen to this oscillator B by itself, you can hear those higher octaves in that oscillator B. So now that I have those higher octaves, I want to add more of them. So I'm going to raise this up until I like it. And I found something like 15 voices of unison works well. So now let's add on the oscillator A. Now we can hear some of that vocal, the vocal tonalities coming through. And what I'm going to do now is just add on a filter, but I'm going to add on the Formant filter, which is a lot of times how you can get like vowel sounds or like vocal sounds using just like a Formant filter. So this Formant filter 3, turning it on for A, B, and my noise. And let me just play some notes so you can hear what it sounds like. So it almost sounds like someone's going like wow, wow with their mouth. So let's go ahead and adjust this cutoff and adjust this resonance to 10. Formant, I think I'm going to set to like 25%. Set this drive to about 8%. And then I'm going to slowly take down this mix. And so that sounds pretty good to me. So I'm just playing around with the mix because I don't want all of that Formant sound. I just want to add a bit of that Formant sound to this lead. And now I'm going to go into the effects and I'll add on a multi-band compressor, increasing that gain quite a bit. It's also brightening it up and adding on a hard clip, setting the drive to about 40% and the mix to about 30%. Got to get rid of that low end. You can hear a bit of that low end rumble coming through. So going to add on a low cut. And then of course, after that, got to add on our hall reverb. You can use Serum's hall reverb or like Valhalla vintage reverb. That's my other favorite reverb to use. And that's it. That's how you create that sound. So definitely, like if you want to create some synthesized vocal sounds, check out some of these Vowel wavetables and also play around with these filter formants and also play around with the mix. Maybe you haven't really thought about changing the mix of the filter, but this can also affect the sound and playing around with the formant and the resonance. And also you can play around with key tracking. You can get some different sounds by turning on that key tracking. So that's another option. So I thought this was a pretty cool like little experiment to see what I could do just with the wavetables available to me in Serum and also the filters. So if you do just want to grab this preset, I'll put a link down below. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like, and also please subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. And if you'd like to check out any of my Serum preset packs, I'll put links down below for those as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.